I think these little cars are insanely awesome, and I'm going to show you why. I'm also going to show you how easy it is to build a course for these things anywhere. Really freaking cool. Look at these tiny baby tiny axles. Then we'll see how the articulation works on this thing. Ooh, a little wheel speed, nice. Welcome to Brothers RC. I'm super excited because today we're going to be having some 136 scale fun in the 110 scale garage. I just got these two 136 scale crawlers, and these are made by Jiabai. And these little things are four-wheel drive, which is freaking awesome. They've also got proportional steering and throttle, which is super important. Heck, they even have lights. All right, so in the box you get the usual suspects, the charger and a little manual. Then there's the controller, and the controller is pretty nice. Foam wheel, little tiny controller, but it actually feels comfortable in my hand. And it looks like it has a speed limiter switches here, as well as a light switch. The trim buttons are here, on and off is here, and this one here changes the light mode. All in all, a great little controller for the price I paid for the trucks. And I gotta tell you, I wasn't expecting much when I ordered these. They were under 50 bucks, and for that price, I really did not expect to get this. Check that out. That is a chassis, 4-link, and just the whole setup. I mean, really freaking cool for how tiny it is. And the shocks are just springs, but they have a lot of travel, which is really good. The on and off switch is right under here, and there's the charging port for the onboard battery. The tires are actually really grippy, but they are tiny, and they do not look right on this thing. The blue one has way bigger tires, which is definitely going to increase its capability, but it has a much smaller body. Same chassis and 4-link setup. Just really freaking cool. Look at these tiny baby tiny axles. The pumpkin is half the size, quarter of the size of my freaking fingernail. I kind of want to get in there and look at the internals a bit more, but the body's bolted on and I don't really have time to do that right now. I guess I'll do that in the next video when I upgrade these things. But before I upgrade them, let's build a little course on the shop floor here. All right, so the crew thinks that we can make a course out of the box that it came in. First I got cardboard. I got a twister here, and I got a not a twister. Then I got bumpy batteries. Then I got other cool cars. Then I got other cool car tires. Pretty much anything will work as an obstacle for these little trucks. So pretty cool and easy to build, should be pretty fun. Okay, we're gonna start out with the monster truck here. Get over these wavy bumps. Then we'll see how the articulation works on this thing. Whoa, a little bit clumsy. Ooh, can we twist around there? And we can. I'm really surprised at the modulation of the ESC. It works really well. You got a lot of control with this thing. If it had better tires, man, it would be a really good crawler. But I guess it's supposed to be a monster truck, so I don't know. But yeah, it's got very good controllability. And I'm very surprised with the articulation as well. These little trucks usually are pretty stiff and don't have good articulation, but as you can see, this one does. Let's go over the batteries here. It is a bit clumsy, but if you put some grease in those tiny shocks, you could take care of that. Okay, let's give the Jeep a try. These little tiny tires, man, I don't know. Big old bumper, little tiny tires. Ooh, there we go. Onto the twister. Uh-oh. Here's where we're gonna get in trouble. Try to twist around this one. Oh, come on, little buddy. Oh. Uh-oh, I lost a wheel. This actually happened the other day, and luckily it happened inside because those little nuts are tiny. Now that I think about it, that's exactly what my wife said to me on our wedding night. But they do seem to come off on their own because I tightened all 4 of them up, and that one has come loose again. Okay, tires back on, and let's see if we can get to this twister one more time. If not, we'll skip it. These little tiny tires are just hurting for certain. Oop, there we go. We might get this one. Ready, set, go. All right, let's see how it does on the tire climb. These tires actually have better traction than the monster truck tires for sure, but they're just too small. Haha, there we go. When all else fails, just use your throttle. Poor little Jeep. Man, these tires are just horrible. Oh no. Well, that was fun, and these things are pretty rad, so I'm going to go ahead and take them up into my house and build another course for them, and I'll show you just how easy it is to make a course in your kitchen. My wife's going to love it. All right, so as you can see here, what I've managed to do is make my wife really, really angry.
Ronald Weasley!
All joking aside, I made a little crawler course out of some utensils and dishes and a couple lids, and man, I think it's pretty cool. So let's start with the monster truck and see if we can handle this weird little course. All right, let's give the little Jeep a shot. This is awesome and proves that you can build a crawler course out of anything. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. These things did way better than I thought. Aside from the wheel falling off, you know, for 50 bucks, if you look at all these components under here, they're micro tiny, and for them to all function correctly like this is really extraordinary. Once again, the only trouble I had with these at all was the tire coming off, and with a little bit of glue on that nut, take care of that problem right there. And I think these things are freaking rad, but there are a couple things that they could have made a little better to make them outstanding. One of those things would be a little more wheel speed for this truck. You know, it can't do backflips and you really can't even pop wheelies. It's just shy of the correct wheel speed to have a lot of fun with it as a monster truck. That being said, it works pretty good as a crawler, and the suspension articulates well, and I can definitely modify this thing and get a lot more performance out of it, so I will definitely be doing that. The only other issue I have with these are the tires on this Jeep. They are absolutely too small, and I'm not sure what they were thinking here. So 2 thumbs up from O Brothers RC on these little guys. I can definitely recommend them. You know, watch out for the wheel nut problem. Put a little glue on there, you're good to go. As you can see, they're very durable and they function really well. So if you want to pick one up, you know, go ahead, don't hesitate. They're great. As always, thanks for stopping by, and if you found this video useful or helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and smash that bell to get notified of my future videos. And I've already sourced a couple different tires for the Jeep, so you don't want to miss that. But most importantly, when you think RC, think O Brothers RC. Thanks for watching. All right, that looks a lot better. Let's see how these new tires perform. Those tires are definitely looking and working better. I've got a lot more upgrades in mind for that Jeep, and I definitely want to get this guy to run a little faster. What? We got married in the winter and we honeymooned in an old drafty hotel.